Rabbit, rabbit, everyone. Stephanie McCULLOUGH here on October 1st, believing that if the first words out of your mouth every month are rabbit, rabbit, you'll have good luck. So, Stephanie McCULLOUGH, founder and CEO of Sofia Financial. My passion is empowering women to make wise financial decisions, and I'm here to give you some tips that hopefully will bring you some financial good luck this month. So, I had a little aha moment yesterday. I realized that in two separate conversations, two separate situations I was discussing with people, the recommended advice, the prudent next action was the same. So it got me thinking, and I thought I would share the ideas with you. So situation number one, I was reading a great article by Jean Chatzky on Her Money. Excellent newsletter, by the way. I will post to it in the comments. I highly recommend it. And she was talking about spending money in retirement and how to think about it. And specifically, whether you're in retirement now or will be in the future, distinguishing between needs versus wants and the importance of that. It struck a chord because I had recently had a conversation with another woman in personal finance journalism who's very well known about the concept of preparing yourself for a potential recession. Not saying a recession is coming, but since there's so much talk about it, if you did want to take a look at your financial situation and take a few steps to prepare, what would you do? And the answer in both scenarios was the same. So in Jean Chatzky's article, she talks about and suggests that we position ourselves for resilience, by which she means figuring out ahead of time where you can be flexible in your finances, in your spending, and in your income. She quotes an economist, Ben Harris, from the Kellogg School at Northwestern University, saying, when economists think about happiness over your entire life, basically what causes you to be unhappy is if you lived a certain lifestyle and finding out that you can't afford it anymore. So if you're going along spending and all of a sudden you have to pull way back, for example, if you run out of money in your 401k and only have to live on Social Security, that's a terrible shock and it can lead to great unhappiness. So instead of having that sudden drop of life in lifestyle, let's think ahead of time about where we have some flexibility, where we could pull back if things aren't looking so good. So in my conversation about how to prepare yourself financially for recession, it was very similar. We talked about going through a financial fire drill. So I'm sure that you've participated in a fire drill, whether at work or at school or hopefully at home. And the concept is walking through what you would do in an emergency before it's actually an emergency. And it can feel a little silly, right? But you're looking for areas of vulnerability. And the concept is that if a crisis does hit, you've done this before, you know what steps to take, because neuroscience tells us we actually lose some of that higher level thinking ability when we're panicked. So what is a financial fire drill? Sit down with yourself, or if there's other people in your household who it would be appropriate to discuss, and think through possible scenarios. If you're in a 2-income household, what happens if one income goes away? Or if you're living off of your investments and the markets go way down. Think through these things ahead of time. Where can you cut back on your spending? Where would you pull emergency cash if you needed it? Hopefully you've got an emergency fund that's topped up. Maybe you've got a home equity line. Maybe you've got some taxable investment accounts so you don't have to tap your retirement accounts if you're not 59 and a half yet. Looking at, is your investment strategy, is it really still appropriate? Some people have fixed it and forgotten it for a long time. So take a look at that. And then always, good to know, are there ways you could pull in some extra income if need be? And then back to Jean's point in her article, it does get back down to wants and needs and being honest with ourselves about that before it's a crisis. That's my recommendation for you. Hi, Kathleen. Great to see you. Have a great month, everybody. I hope to see you soon.